Yes, this is Mr. Controversy, and this is the infamous three-point conversion station. Keep it locked.
We are back inside the three-point conversion sports lounge. And I am your host, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? Man, what another great day for some sports. Here in Atlanta, it's kind of cloudy, overcast, but it's cool. It's cool outside. Hey, it's football weather. I know it's about to be the end of football, but it's football weather. Just glad to be here, man. And let everybody know they can listen to the show locally in Atlanta, 1100 AM WWWE, The Real. Also, we're on Facebook Live, the 3-Point Conversion page. What's up? iHeartRadio, Radio Now, TuneIn Radio. Just look up 1100 AM WWWE. What it is. What is it about? I'm excited, man, because we got a good weekend ahead of us. But I'm not doing this by myself, you all know. First of all, I got the one that runs everything behind the scenes, my man G. What up, G?
Yo.
And then I got my road dog partner in crime, D Intellectual. What up, D?
What up?
How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good today, man. Can't even complain. I ain't really get into nothing last night, so I'm energized, rested, ready to get to it, you dig?
Yeah, man. It's been an interesting week, you all. A lot of stuff going on. Man, we're going to get into it. First off, we have to talk about this, I don't know what you want to call it in baseball, but this crazy time in Major League Baseball, with the suspension, and they suspended A.J. Hinch and Lou Now, the general manager for Houston Astros and the manager for the Houston Astros, for cheating, for stealing signs, and then they're now reviewing the Boston Red Sox. So that's going to happen. So a lot of firings happen. We're going to get into that. Also, man, D Intellectual's cousin, Odell Beckham, this guy here.
My cousin, man. My cousins don't move in that way.
This guy here, the way he was going about on, it might have been delirious because the game was 8 hours long. That could be it too. Cause
it was no questionable activity, guys. We're talking about a whole bunch of other things that he's been doing.
Look, all I know is third quarter of Monday night's game was 2 hours long.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. I dozed off and woke back up, and it was still in the third quarter.
Well, when I was going to bed, my daughter came and woke me up and said, Dad, it's time to go to school. So it was crazy. But anyway, we're going to get into his cousin. Also, we have a special guest that's going to be on the show. We have Miss Santia Deck. Most people know her as Track Baby. She's going to be on the show. She was the first woman to sign a multi-million-dollar contract, football contract, that is, with this new league coming out, WFLA, W Women's Football League Association. So we're going to talk to her about that. Also, the Hawks made a trade. No, it wasn't the Andre Drummond trade, but it was Jeff Teague, and that happened. But, are the Hawks done? Will he stay here? We'll get into that. Then with John Morant, man. John Morant has been balling. When you say, D?
You saw that oop last night?
No.
Woo! Crowder threw him a oop. He caught it. It looked like, I'm talking about like this. He was sideways.
But that's what I'm saying. He's making these plays and doing everything. And I'm wondering, does he have that Rookie of the Year on lock now?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
Also, we got to talk championship weekend, man. It's championship weekend. Championship Sunday coming up. The Kansas City Chiefs, they are hosting the Tennessee Titans, and the San Francisco 49ers are hosting the Green Bay Packers. So
Green Bay Whackers?
Packers. But
okay.
Either or,
Whatever.
two good games. We're going to see what happened. We're going to break that down. And then, let's see, man. We got quick hits. What's on our mind? Stop it. So, hey, we're about to get it in. It's about to be a great show. G, it's time to get to these quick hits. Let's get it. Shout out to Sharon Beats for the sick beats. So, first off, Clemson running back Travis Etienne will return for his senior year at Clemson. I can't believe this. He rushed for 1,614 yards and 19 touchdowns this season. He was also named ACC Player of the Year for the second straight, for the second time. I don't know, was it the second straight time? Yeah, second straight time. So, are you shocked?
I'm very shocked. Extremely shocked. He put up numbers. I talked about him before the game and said that he'll be a major impact. But maybe he like college, man. He could be almost done with his school part,
right? But the season he had, and then how he played in the playoffs, he was the first running back coming off. Like, he was top 5 pick.
I don't know. I don't think
top
so.
5.
Who else was going before him? So Tua,
Jonathan Taylor.
I think they like him better than Jonathan Taylor.
But Wisconsin what do they put out? They put out running backs.
True. That is true.
And it was even still, it's probably.
But he was projected the number 1 running back they were saying he's going to be the number 1 running back off the board. So I would say top 5, but do you think that's why he didn't go, or you think it's just his love for the?
Maybe it's just his love for the game.
Love for college.
Love for college, yeah. He everything there, right? Like, he big man on campus.
But he catching pass. And maybe they feel like they could do it again. That's what I really think it is. They feel like they could do it again, man. They can win.
He got 2, don't he?
Does he have 2?
If he's going to be a senior, he would have had just 1 because he wouldn't have been there when Watson was there.
He wasn't there when Watson was there.
Just 1.
All right. Well, hey, maybe he trying to.
I'm up.
Hey, maybe he trying to stay. Maybe trying to stay to see if he gets some money like LSU did when they walked off.
Man, who gonna give him money? Oh, DeAndre Hopkins will be on the sideline handing out cash.
Might be Odell too. Odell might drink some more and give him money. You just never. He probably would have gave Clemson money that night.
No.
Anyway, moving on. The Big 3 announced some changes coming to the league this upcoming season. Let's see. They're gonna have a fireball as a basketball. That's gonna be.
Yeah, the ball's going to be red.
Yeah, it's going to be red, so that's whatever. That's cool. I mean, it's like the ABA. They're lowering the minimum age from 27 to 22, which is cool. And teams will be allowed to challenge fouls with a single possession game of 1-on-1.
That's dope.
That's dope. But look, when they change it, and then it's open to the public, which that don't mean anything. They ain't picking nobody up. That's how
I mean, it depends. Cause there's some hoopers out here that are ball a lot. Some of them dudes that was out there, and if they give them work.
So let me tell you something. Last year, 2 years ago, they opened up. They said we're gonna change it to where we're gonna open it up for NBA players, all NBA. Everybody come in, and still they picked pretty much the same people they had. That's just for them to come in. But if they do it, it'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? I think they should. But you said you like the single possession?
Yeah, because you know how you be on the outside, you be hollering, you be like, "That wasn't no foul, Well, let's shoot for it out there. Let's shoot for it.
But here's my thing with that. You know how you have mugs that complain about every foul, like
I'm sure they're not going.
They gotta find a way.
It's going to be some with it.
They're allowing it once per half.
Yeah,
once per half. Okay.
So you got one challenge.
Because the game would be going on all day. We'd be arguing all day.
So do the players do that, or do the players get one per half, or is it?
It's probably going to be one per team.
Yeah,
I can see one per team.
So then, if that's the case, I wonder, because you know Steven Jack says it's not a foul. What if coach is like, nah, we don't want to waste it on that? You know what I'm saying?
You know who want to challenge it all the time? If Boozer plays, Because he says "and one" on every shot.
He did, especially with Derrick Rose used to be killing. And one.
On every shot. Even he's wide open under the basket. He's saying "and one."
Right. Moving on. Jason Garrett has been hired. This is the former Dallas Cowboys coach. Has been hired as the offensive coordinator for the New York Giants. Garrett spent the previous 10 seasons with the division rival Dallas Cowboys I just mentioned, and the Cowboys had a 6th ranked offense in the league this season. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I guess, but was it because of the way the plays was orchestrated because they had that higher defense?
Oh, to me, this is a great move because he's been known as the offensive coordinator for years, and he's been great calling plays when Jerry doesn't have that stream. And so I really think that with the Giants, with Saquon, the offense they have, they're about to get to it. You got to remember, Jerry Jones had a lot of influence on the way things are called the last, 4 years maybe, 3 or 4 years. Remember, he took the offensive coordinator.
Years, the whole time Garrett was
But
there.
remember, he took the offensive coordinator position from him. How you going to take it from the coach?
Okay, well, it'll be a good move. He going to get at Dallas. That's the main thing.
Right. They gonna score about 65 points on them.
Because that's definitely what he did this for.
But no, I think it's a great move, man. Kudos to him, and he did the right thing. All right, I'm gonna go with the rival. You know what I'm saying? I know everything about them. Know their tendencies. So, moving on, LaMelo Ball's bone bruise on his left foot is expected to keep him out of the. Who is that? Illawarra Hawks lineup for the remainder of the National Basketball League season in Australia. So he, as you heard, he bruised his bone on his left foot. Do you think that hurts him? Because he averaged 17.7 assists and 7 rebounds in 12 games, including triple doubles in his last 2 games.
No, I don't think it hurts him. It hurts his stock.
stock?
He's still going to be top 5. Maybe top 3, depending on how it falls.
According to his manager, his foot is completely healed, but because he was supposed to be out for 6 weeks, he has to rehab for the full time. Oh, and by the time he's going to be ready to play, the season will be over.
Okay,
and they're in last place, so.
and it really don't matter. Like he's where he's going to be. They see he was able to play ball. He went over there and did something that a lot of people didn't think he was going to be able to do. He triple doubles. He played a better game.
Or is he doing Nick Bosa?
I think it's a combination of all that. I mean, I don't blame him. He went over there, did what he needed to do in 12 in the games he played. Y'all saw what he able to do. I'm not about to hurt myself over here in the IWBL. Right. What is it? NBLA.
Right.
I'm not over here for
I know that's right.
hurt myself and miss out on these millies.
Right. Moving on. MLB has shifted its view of deceased players that were banned for life. The league has no hold on banned players after they die because the ineligible list bars players from privileges that include a job with a major league club. It raised the question of whether Hall of Fame early baseball committee would consider players like shoeless Joe Jackson, who was banned in 1921 after being accused of fixing the 1919 World Series.
They need to stop it first.
Get that ready.
Stop it.
And nobody know why they need to stop it because banned for life. Once I die, I can't be banned no more.
For life,
you gonna ban me while I'm dead too? Banned forever, even when you die.
That's like the dude.
So if you give me life in prison after I die, you gonna keep me here in like.
That's like the guy that died, and then they resuscitated him.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, I beat my. I died. I died already. I'm out."
And last but not least, the NBA informed teams on Friday that it wants to continue studying and discussing 3 significant items, as far as including the in-season tournament, a play-in tournament, and the reseeding of the conference finalists. The league hoped to enact these changes for the 2021-22 season. They're expected to be a presentation to the Board of Governors in 3 months. This is whack, man. Like, maybe the seeding, but I don't like that play-in tournament doing this. Come on, man, let it go. So that then you might as well take away the All-Star game.
Yeah, and then they said something about the schedule, shelving the vote on the schedule.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
Don't mention it to us till y'all
Right.
know what's going on.
For real.
You know what I mean? Because now we all over the place. You're like, what's happening? Is it going to be a dunk contest? Oh,
Right.
that wasn't even in there. Dunk contest wasn't even in there. But
Right.
we all know what's happening.
Yeah, we good, man. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Keep it locked.
Good morning. This is Greg Hurd with your sports news break. Kevin Huerter's go-ahead three-pointer with 6 seconds left gave the Hawks a 121-120 win over the Spurs last night. He finished with 18 points, and Trae Young led all scorers with 31 points and 9 assists. The Hawks will be back in action tonight at home versus the Detroit Pistons. Georgia Tech's men's basketball will be in action tonight as well, as they will face Virginia. Georgia Tech is 8-9 overall and 3-4 in ACC play. Georgia State will be on the road tonight against Troy. The Panthers sit atop the Sun Belt Conference at 6-2. So please keep following us here at the 3-Point Conversion at the3pointconversion.com and all of our social media. It's where fans' opinions matter.
Hey folks, Handsome Josh is here to reveal some big news to all the AM 1100 listeners.
I have an app.
That's right, you can now check out all your favorite programs right here on The Real with the Real 1100 app. Whether it's sports, entertainment, or lifestyle, the Real 1100 definitely has you covered.
So why don't you just tell me how much it's going to cost me?
And here's the best part. It's available in your Google Play or Apple App Store, and it's free to download.
Actually, you can count me in on this one.
So download the Real 1100 app today and stay in tune with The Real.
Hey y'all, it's Channel 2's Taisha Fernandez, and you need to listen to the 3-Point Conversion. 3-Point Conversion. 3-Point Conversion. 3-Point Conversion. 3-Point Conversion. 3-Point Conversion.
Get ready. From the oven to your ears, it's now time for the Hot Topic.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And I am your host, Mr. Controversy, with my co-host, D Intellectual. And this next segment, the Hot Topic, is brought to you by Cindy Cuts Barbershop, located on 3000 Chapel Hill Road, Suite 206, Douglasville, Georgia. Make sure you go check them out. Great barbershop. Everyone can cut. They're all about community and unity. Good place to be. Make sure you look for Dwayne Chambers. Once you walk in, he's the barber all the way down on the left, the last barber on the left. Check him out. Dude can cut. You can follow him on Instagram at Simha the Barber. That's SIMHATHEBARBER. And all right, man. So this week, Major League Baseball came down hard on a team. So if you haven't been following the Houston Astros, even the Boston Red Sox, they were brought up and they were investigating them cheating as far as stealing signs. And at first we were like, I mean, everybody steals signs, but this is on another level. I mean, I'm talking about you had technology
Using electronics. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what the big deal is.
And
Like, everybody, unfortunately, and it's gonna sound bad, everybody cheat in baseball.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Everyone cheats in baseball, but
It's just what level you take it to.
They
Using
were-
iPads and
they were
and all
going too
type of
far.
stuff.
Yeah, they were having a sound guy and everything before the game, making sure it's testing it.
That's why you can't wear smartwatches. You it's certain stuff that you just cannot do.
Look, before
it's
the-
ridiculous.
hey, before the game-
check 1, check 2.
Hey,
y'all see me?
Y'all see? they got a camera. Is it centered right on
Is
the
it
plate?
too far? Is it too? Zoom in. You need me to zoom in some?
So that's why the ball boy was sitting crossed up like a catcher. And it was crazy. But either or, MLB finally came down with a decision on the Houston Astros, and they came down hard. They suspended manager, AJ Hinch for a whole year, and they suspended the general manager Jeff Lunau for a year as well. And after that,
30 minutes later,
the Astros fired Jeff Lunau and AJ Hinch. But then the next day, because they're investigating the Red Sox, Alex Cora, the manager, he was with Houston Astros when this was going on. He was an intricate part, and he brought that on allegedly to the Red Sox.
Right.
He got fired.
Allegedly nothing. He brought
it. He got fired, and nobody
mutually agreed to part ways.
And and Major League hadn't even decided on anything yet with the Red Sox. They're still reviewing.
Right.
Then, about 5 hours later, or the next day,
a day or two later,
Carlos Beltran.
I don't like that.
Hold on, he just got the managing position.
He ain't even went to spring training.
He just got the managing position. And he gets fired.
Well, he leave with a good winning percentage, losing percentage. He lost the game. He went undefeated.
That's crazy though, man. But he get fired before he even take the field because of his involvement.
Right.
Your thoughts, man?
They cheated. So when they cheat, I mean, you're going to get what happens, right? Like, that's something when we were here talking, right? Like, if you cheat, whatever happens or whatever gets done, you got to deal with it. It is what it is. That's the price you pay even with the steroids, right? You get caught with steroids, you're getting 85 games off top now. Right. For the first one, for the second one, it's a season. I think the third one, you can't ball no more. Like, this. So if you know this, hey, what you going to deal with what's going to happen?
But
I don't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But did you see? Do you think the suspension? You're cool with the punishment? Was it too much?
No, I'm cool with it, but I think that the players should get in trouble too.
Right.
I don't think it should just be on the GM or the man. I don't know why the GM got fired
because he knew about it. Like AJ Hinch knew about it too. But didn't really do anything.
Like
to
they
stop
just
it.
Overlooked it, kind of.
They just looked the other way,
right? Looked the other way. But so I mean, it's. I think they definitely get to get it right as far as what they got. I think the players that were involved needs to get probably the same amount of time, because if you think about it, now a player has gotten it in Carlos Beltran. So one of the players that was involved essentially has gotten some form of punishment. Wouldn't you agree, G?
Well, I mean, you have to. It's hard to prove that what players really. I mean, you can look at stats and see who benefited, but as far as like how the players are involved in this, I mean, you have to suspend the entire team, throw the whole team away.
You might have to.
But are they going to? They're not going to do that.
Suspend the organization for a year.
But look,
how can you do that? Right? Like they forfeit all their games.
I think that would be hard to do. I think that would just be hard to pull off.
Just period. Just
that's the key. They didn't take away any wins.
Right.
They didn't take away the World Series where they cheated. Where
I think it would probably be hard to do that as well. But it would be easier to do that than suspend the entire organization.
Right. Because then you gotta. Right. Because then what if I wasn't on that team? Well, what if I wasn't on the team? Like, I don't have nothing to do with that.
I'm a rookie. I just got called up. Now I can't play.
But look,
I think it'll wipe away that whole. That would be easier, like you said, the season, the stats, the World Series.
But G mentioned something with AJ Hinch. I don't think he deserves to be fired or suspended.
I think he deserved to be suspended. I don't think either one of them deserved to be fired.
He broke he was breaking the monitor, like he was trying to like.
But you know why he got fired? I think more so is you costing me another $5 million. Because now you got to figure, I'm going to pay you to be out. I got to hire somebody to be an interim, and I got to pay this $5 million fine. Like, it was just like everything, right? But you still paying them because they contract's guaranteed. You still got to pay them.
I think it was more of it looks bad if we keep you, and we had to make a statement. So that the whole roster and don't get don't get suspended like you said or get in trouble.
Our statement was you won that 2017 World Series.
You said what?
My statement would have been he won the 2017 World Series for us.
Yeah, right.
He gonna sit out this year and he'll be right back.
Right.
Think about the success he's had with that team.
So how do you feel about Carlos Beltran? Well, forget Carlos
I
Beltran.
told you
Go ahead.
I felt about
Like,
that. I don't think
because that's
I don't
not
think
right.
he should have got fired at all. Like, nah, I think I don't think he should have stepped back from him.
They didn't say anything about Carlos. Like
Right.
he didn't get punished, and
Right.
they're finished
Right.
with the Houston Astros.
Right.
Yes, he was on that team, but they're finished.
Yeah, but he took it like a man though. He released a statement saying he cheated, he shouldn't have cheated, and he gonna accept the consequences, that come with it.
Well, what can you say? You've been fired. You got to say something to make you look good now.
Do I still get paid? Because I signed this contract already. I'm not giving no money back.
I don't know, man.
And I'm sure about him, it's not about no money because he
Right.
done had some contract. You know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't. And now again, that affects him going forward. You know how hard it is to get a managerial position.
But does it?
And then now, what he got to wait a year before he can get
Does
one?
it tarnish his legacy
Yeah.
now as far as Hall of Fame?
No, because you really can't. So they fired
That
him.
has nothing to do with it.
Right.
Prove that he
Exactly,
he did it as a player.
and they just tying him to him with the managerial position is they don't want to set that standard. That's why I think a year from now, when it's out of sight, out of mind, like if he had got hired last year after this, it wouldn't have been no thing. But it's just happening. It's so big. You know what I mean? But like I said, everybody cheated in baseball, and it gets on my nerve, right? Because they want you to play the old school. It's first off, it's supposed to be America's game. Right, but I guess it would be America's game the way they cheat. So you know what I mean. You're not supposed to show anybody up, right? Like when they hit home runs, they don't want you to, walk a certain type of way because you're flipping a bat, and that's when they get hit and things like that. But y'all cheat,
Right.
so where's the where's the respect in the game part?
So now we talked about the teams, maybe some of the teams overreacting. How would this affect baseball moving on? And do you consider this worse than the steroid era, that situation?
I personally don't think it's worse than the steroid era. The steroid era was.
It's kind of like everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
The league knew. They looked the other way.
That's
Right.
why I think it's worse than the steroid era.
But the league didn't know the part. This is something within the game, right? Like the steroids, it was, and you're doing something to your body to take an advantage, as opposed to it's still cheating, but it's not that level of cheating, right? But these people in the MLB don't know snitches get stitches. Y'all some tricks, man.
Who was?
The Astro dude, the dude who was in a man. So he had got fired or quit and took another position, and he just started blabbing off at the mouth.
I think that also that the thing that makes this look so bad is how far the Astros went to steal signs. Like they're using cameras, they're using phones, wearing buzzers under their jerseys. Like they really try to, they really tried to game the system, and I think they clearly they went too far to do that. But every player steals. So like if you're on second base as a runner, you can see what the catcher is going to throw. Yeah, I mean, it seems the catcher is going to call. Trying to relay that to the batter. I mean, you can do that. You may have some kind of hand signal or whatever. That's frowned upon. But I think to use technology
that takes it to
this,
another level, right?
That is what makes this look so
bad. And the catcher used different signs when somebody is on second base than he would when someone isn't on second base,
right?
Because of that. But so if the person that started was Mike Fiers, a pitcher who played for the Astros in 2017. He told The Athletic that the Astros used a video camera in center field to steal. Yeah, bro. Look.
Yeah, you catching something.
You catching these hands, fam. Catching these hands.
No,
they probably gonna catch more than hands. Dog.
He's a pitcher, okay, but if he was a batter,
he was gonna get hit. And if he ever is in the National League, he gonna get hit. I'm surprised. This stuff go big. Like, I'm surprised Jose Canseco never got in trouble. Like, never got beat up or found somewhere in the alley. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's big, dude. That's huge. About as big as Barry Bonds' neck.
We're going to end it just right there because that is the truth. Nick and anyway, we're going to take a quick
and McGuire.
Right.
We're going to take a quick break.
It used to look like McGuire had a toothpick in his hand when he was batting.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We got something special for you.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Yo, this is Champ Bailey, 2019 Pro Football Hall of Famer. I just want to give a shout out to my boys at 3 Point Conversion Radio. There it is.
All right, we are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Cheating. I did hear though that they that the Patriots was like, y'all tripping, y'all going too far.
Right.
They told the Astros they went too far?
Yeah, like
okay.
They said y'all went too far.
Come on, man. They need to stop it. The Patriots can't say
said
nothing.
they didn't go far enough.
Right.
See, what y'all should have done is send a camera crew to all the stadiums.
That's what y'all should have did. And make it like y'all was recording something.
Look, y'all being too sneaky.
Yeah.
Just go out there
Just
and
do it. Just do it. If you're going to do it, do it.
Well,
and snitches get stitches.
Hey, let me tell you who is doing it. We have special guests. It's funny because she was here last year around this time, right before the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. She was in here in the studio. And happy for her and proud of her, Miss Santia Deck. What's going on, Miss Santia?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. No, how are you? You know what I'm saying? This is, man, some big news that happened.
Facts.
Yeah, and
right.
And if you all don't know, you should, but she, Santia was the first woman to sign a multi-million-dollar football contract, and she's the face of the Women's Football League Association. That's what they made her. So, man, congrats once again. But just knowing it, you know, you've been known for that workout guru type. I mean, you a beast when it comes to working out, and it paid off. Like, what is that feeling like knowing it paid off, and then you are, like I stated, the first woman to sign that contract, football contract that big, and being the face of that league? Like, what is the feeling?
I mean, it's definitely still very surreal for me, to be honest. But of course, I mean, it's very exciting. I mean, but more so than me just being excited about the size of the amount of a deal that I got. I'm more so excited that I'm able to kind of help pioneer this whole movement for women who actually want to play this sport and be compensated just like the guys. So for me, it's just like, I'm excited that now I can tell, all these little girls that look up to me that, hey, you have like a place now if you really want to, go all the way. You can be paid and take care of your family just like these men can. So, yeah, that's kind of why I'm excited.
Right, and just on that, and not even, like I said, not even with the contract and anything like that, but like you said, the fact that now you're paving the way. Because I remember you was here last year around this time, and we were talking to you. You were saying that, you were looking to get on this rugby team, and you might be going to the Olympics, but you were just trying to, because I think you we talked about the lingerie league, and you said, I don't know, but you really wanted to play football, and now you're it. You know what I'm saying? You're playing it. You're about to play for the LA Flames in this new league or whatever, man. Like, did you ever think that you would be the face of a league?
I mean,
we know you had the skills. I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, did you think? We know you should be, but
right. To be honest, like, I honestly had no idea that any of this is really, in my future, because we as women that actually played this sport, we always knew that, okay, we can play, but there's a cap to it. Like, you can either play LFL, which is apparently like the highest level for women, or was the highest level for women, or play, some of the other, fully, I guess, padded leagues as well, but they're not really recognized like that. They're not really given a lot of promo or anything, to be honest. And, so I never knew that I was ever going to even be able to play any sport and be paid anywhere near, what I was offered or whatever. So to say, was I expecting to be the face? Not really, but, God works in mysterious ways. That's all I can say.
Now, the saying that you are the face of the Women's Football League Association, do you feel any type of pressure to perform once the league starts?
Oh, yeah. And it's not really so much from other people. Honestly, I'm my biggest critic. So I want to be, the best at what I do. So I feel like I'm putting more pressure on myself to just train harder, learn more, develop skills that I might not have or I might still be, trying to develop. So for me, it's just putting pressure on myself to make sure that my name goes down in history again for just being the best to ever do it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And the good thing is like with the it reminds me of I remember, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. I mean, trouble for other women in sports, but you remember Flojo, and we seen Flojo, and Flojo was the fastest. She was the baddest at that time, and then but the fact that it was always America has always tried to put, like, if you're a woman athlete, they can't be pretty, they can't be dainty, they can't be a woman and still be good. But it's like we saw Flojo with it. Now you're doing that as well, And I think you're starting to create a lane for other, like you said, other women now feel like, hey, I could do this now. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't have to be racing or anything like that. You see Simone Biles, she's doing what she's doing. Now it's you. Now you're in that class. Like, has that entered your mind now?
I mean, the funny thing is, like, so actually Flojo is definitely my idol because people always be like, well, first of all, where do you get your socks from? And if you ever saw Flojo, she always just had, like, the most different type of uniforms, I guess, out there. Like, she had one sleeve out, one sleeve in or whatever. And so running track, I just kind of created my own thing, which was, and honestly, in track, if you had mismatched socks, you were that pretty much meant you were fast. So I just kind of kept that throughout life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I haven't really taken all of it in yet. Still, to me, it's still a lot to process because it's been like a whirlwind since, the news has went out. But I definitely do, I think about the fact that, okay, wow, like, my name is actually going to be in the history books next to some of these really, really great women. And so, yeah, guys, it's still surreal. I mean, it's all I can say.
We can hear it in your voice. So what can you tell us about this Women's Football League?
So the league is obviously super new. This is, the first of its kind. The owner, Lupe Rose, she actually is the owner of the team that I'm on. And she's a super powerful woman. She's someone that is, for women. And she wanted a league so that we could actually, have the same opportunities and benefits as the men because she also played football a little bit when she was younger. So the fact that she felt like, okay, let me go out here and shake the world, And when she told me her vision, I was like, yo, like, I'm with it. And so, you know, I'm just excited to be a part of something that, you know, first of all, I mean, no offense to men, but it's ran by a woman. So she knows that, okay, this is what we need, you know, because we have a lot of different needs and things that we have to go through and obstacles that we have to, you know, overcome that she will know about. So it's like I'm excited that I have somebody that's, you know, behind this whole thing that actually knows what's going on with us. And so the fact that she now has pretty much literally shaken the world with this whole thing and made history, you know, I'm just excited to be a part of something that, you know, again, is gonna really not even change the whole, I guess, structure of just women playing football, but really sports, period. So for women. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. I see it's a lot of teams, too. Look like about 32
So,
teams.
okay, I'm okay, going off. So, also, it's 32 teams. It's going to be 32 teams. Our exhibition season starts in May. And the first exhibition our game is going to be in Vegas. And then our official season starts in 2021. So, definitely, y'all just stay posted on, you know, what we have going on. Because this year is just going to be kind of like the promo year, getting everything out. But 2021 is when it's all happening.
That's what's up. And you already know we're going to keep in touch. You should come back on the show anyway. We're going to have you come back. But you already know how we do, man. We're going to support you and big you up. So that's what's up.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate it.
Definitely. So who you think will be in the Super Bowl and who you got?
Wait. Who's your favorite team? I just want to make sure. Who's your favorite team, Santia?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite team is not doing it as well as I would like them to. I'm a Patriots fan.
Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't going to be like, oh, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. I was like, see, here we go. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So who you want now?
Yeah, so it's okay. I mean, you know, that's my team, but, you know, they're not really doing too hot right now. So, I mean, I guess I would have to be a bandwagoner instead of the Chiefs is like the, you know, fan favorite. I would just have to say the Chiefs. You know, for no reason, because I mean, honestly, I could at this point I could really care less who wins, because my team ain't doing too well. So, you know, whoever got it, I guess it's gonna be interesting Super Bowl, to say the least.
Yeah, it is. It is. We will be there as well. So I can't wait, man. All I know is y'all. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna let you go. If the Packers are there, I don't know if I can cover that Super Bowl.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I might not even go down there. But
I'm going to sleep for the whole week. I'm sleeping for the whole week.
I can't do it.
I don't want to ask a Packer nothing.
Right. Well, all right, Santia, man, we appreciate you coming on. We wish you much success and let everybody know. I want to let everybody know Santia is like the coolest person you ever meet. It's funny. She's, you know, not saying you would change because of that, not even that, but just the fact that, you know, she's a Instagram god and everybody mama, like, I didn't even know my friends, all my friends following
them. I'm like, geez, I didn't know y'all was.
Right. But anyway, she always take time to be on Instagram Live with them. She take questions, listen, and all of that. She always responds to mostly everybody's comments, which is crazy to me.
That's facts.
So, yeah, man, like I said, big ups, whatever. We are biggest fans, and keep it up.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta Surgery Centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
What's going on? It's DeAndre Bembry with the Atlanta Hawks, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion. Peace.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Hawks made some news this week by signing Jeff Teague. They traded Allen Crabbe. Was it anybody else they traded? Was it Allen Crabbe? But Jeff Teague and what was his name? I don't know the other guy's name.
Trevion Graham.
Graham.
Okay. Trevion Graham. What up, Trevion?
What up, Trey?
We might see you tonight if you're there.
You see how he playing him when he pull up on him, it'd be about 6'9", 260.
You don't even know what he looks like, man.
But no, and it's not necessarily him, but it's the fact that I don't like when they do this. Like, my thing is you trade. I understand it's a lot of other stuff involved than just play on the court, but they'll trade for him, but then they won't play him, and then that's. I don't like that, but that's basketball. That's the NBA business, That's why I'm saying it like that. So it's just I don't like that.
What's the names probably didn't meet up either. The contracts didn't match up probably.
So we'll see.
Because Crabbe was getting $19 million, 18,
something like that.
And I think Jeff was at like 15 or 14.
Right.
And it got to be at 85%.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but either or, Jeff is here. Your thoughts on it? What?
Man, I think it's going to be good. Yeah. The other day I was trying to ask Coach about it, and he shut me down. It was hilarious because me and another guy tried to ask, and the way he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about." Right. so it's I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Trey hasn't had the opportunity to play with a veteran point guard. He's played with Vince Carter for the last 2 years, which was a veteran. He can teach him how to be professional and teach him things like that, which Trey is learning. However, being a point guard is something that only a veteran point guard can teach him. Jeff Teague was always successful. He been to an All-Star game. He know how to run an offense. He's efficient. So I think that's something that's going to help them. And also, I know that kid, that Goodwin, I think his name is, he's been playing well. But again, he's still young. You know what I mean? You need an old savvy vet to come here and stabilize the team, especially the second unit. Imagine how much more smooth the second unit is going to be now.
I don't know, because my take on it, I think G feels the same way. Because Goodwin's been playing well. Like, ever since Goodwin's been still in the lineup, he's been playing well. He's been carrying it. Like as a matter of fact, he's been playing so well that Coach Pierce been playing both of them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think T's going to be here that long. That's my take on it. I think that because it didn't make sense. People say, well, it's a veteran point guard, so he's going to play for half a season? And why would you get another expiring contract when you had an expiring contract? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't mean anything. So to have this young kid Goodwin that you're not paying money for, you bring T over an expiring contract that you just trade away another expiring contract. That doesn't make sense. So I think there's going to be another trade involved. That's my feeling. G, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think they're going to trade either for picks or maybe for somebody who may have at least another year left on their contract and see if this guy is going to fit in long term. It's hard to see Jeff Teague in the long term. It makes sense in the moment They haven't had the veteran backup point guard that they actually needed.
But what do they need him? And that's what I'm saying.
But at this point of the season,
what do they need him for?
Why get him?
Because you're not making the playoffs. Trey is number 3 in the league.
He's more inclined to sign a 1-year deal here than he would be most places. If he was already here, 1-year deal or a 2-year small contract just to be back in Atlanta.
No, you could have signed him at whatchamacallit. That's why I said the trade doesn't make sense to get him because there's no value. The trade has no value at all. So you could have signed him at the end of the season. It's like with the Drummond trade. You could have signed him, wide trade for him now unless you're going to do a sign and trade or something like that. But other than that, there's no point.
Well, they already out. The word is they out of that. They're out of them discussions.
That's the word, but I just stay tuned.
The Pistons probably asking for the move.
Yeah, I'm not. Why would I give you a first-round draft pick?
Well, see, now you might get a point guard.
Probably want 2.
But look, now you get a point guard because Derrick Rose is about to be. They're looking to trade him. You bring in T. T can come in, do whatever he do for that year because Reggie Jackson's still hurt, and now.
I mean, I agree. It's on the table. It's tabled for now.
Yeah.
But I think the Hawks are and other teams are just going to wait for the Pistons to get desperate,
right?
Because even though Drummond said he wants to stick around long term,
he's not.
It's the contract is still a player option. He can still choose to opt out,
and he's
just not going to say it right now.
And they want to rebuild, which they should, because they're going to either be 6th, 7th, or 8th in the Eastern Conference if they even make the playoffs with the way the team is structured right now. Like they probably couldn't be one of the top teams. So it's time for them to rebuild anyway.
All right. So speaking of rebuilding, the Memphis Grizzlies were looking to rebuild. And they were like, we're gonna rebuild. We're gonna start all over.
Somebody else had other plans.
And it's like you said, somebody had other plans, said, no, forget this. But as a kid by the name of Ja Morant, this guy's been awesome. D, has he locked up? I know it still have, but like what other rookies? I mean, Zion hadn't played yet, so it's one half, so Zion come second half.
But you can't, what kind of half you going to have? Like for him to win, he got to average 30. And a dominant 30 too. Right. And that's not saying that he can't, because he very much will, so good.
You're right. Let me say this. You're right, because you look at Trey last year. Luka had a great first half, right? Trey had the better second half.
But Luka kept up.
He kept
it up. It was a consistent second half. It may not have been as great as Trey's was, but it was consistent with my first half.
Right.
And Zion, you haven't played. And there was a question posed the other day, who would you pick based off of already? I would go with Ja because of the injury that you've already dealt with Zion. You know what I mean? That's nothing against his play or whatever the case may be. But now you're always going to be thinking, like, what's next? You know what I mean? And with Ja, yeah, he had that little one, but, man, he out there. I've been talking about it since beginning of the year at Murray State when I first saw a couple plays.
Yeah.
Like, he just took off, and I'm glad he came to the NBA and is doing it also. You know what I mean? And he's doing it the other day against James Harden, he was acting a fool.
Actually, every big team they played, he's played well.
He's acting up.
So, do you think they're the most surprising team in the NBA?
I think they are surprising. I was just checking the standings to see who really surprises me more.
Well, I can tell you who surprised me more.
Who's surprising me more is Oklahoma State.
I'm gonna say that's to me that's the most surprising.
Oklahoma City, because when they got rid of Russ and got Chris Paul, we was like, yeah, they dead in the water. Boy, that boy Shea, what's his name? Shea Gregorius.
Shea Gilgeous.
Shea Gilgeous.
Alexander.
SGA, ain't that what they call him? That boy got game. He's smart, too. He's slippery. He also learning from one of the best point guards in history, so that's good.
Well, you know what? I take that back. I won't say – I say OKC as far as everyone, but I said I still think they might make the playoffs because you got Chris Paul. They still have pieces. Remember, with Russ, I felt like with Russ, they could have got to the playoffs if Russ would have stayed there with this lineup. I guess what surprised me more is I thought they would trade Chris Paul.
Right. Yeah.
But the success, Now you put OKC in the bind. Do you trade Chris Paul? Like, would you trade him right now? Still, knowing that you're 7th in the West.
Nah, I wouldn't, because so you're ahead of schedule already, right? And you're expecting to get younger. I can wait. I can wait till the rest of the season, and because I like the impact that he's having on SGA. I love the impact he's making. It and had to have a season of that. Like they saying that the leadership he's bringing, that he's always available for them. He's been that veteran that some teams need. And if you get rid of him, now you're gonna go to get some younger players along with picks. Now know what you're doing again. It's like you starting over again. You know what I mean? And y'all kind of already there. Like y'all could be a player or you know what I'm saying? Like if they have to sell come around the deadline, but it's look like they not gonna have to sell. They 5 games up, and I know it's still a lot of basketball left. 5 games is nothing. You know what I mean? But Dallas surprising too, man. And I'm gonna say another reason they are surprising is because Porzingis hasn't been playing. And they still balling.
Yeah, they got a good team. I like
overall. They got a good team.
Like
they got places, people in the right places. Right. Tim Hardaway. They got Seth Curry. You know what I mean? They got people in the right places. Powell, and everybody plays their role instead of try to be more than they are.
Right. And
that's what's
know
important.
that. God, I can't think of the name. Coach
Carlisle.
Carlisle is
one of the greatest coaches. Yeah.
But I still would say you trade CP3. Because he only got 2 or 3 years. It's not like you're building something.
Yeah, but you have to convince someone
to take on that contract.
To take on his contract.
And you got to give. Then you're gonna have to give up a 1st-round pick. Nobody's taking that contract without a 1st-round pick.
They might. Miami might.
All right.
That would have happened already.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because now,
if it happened before the season. Sure, but right now,
not now with Miami. Miami playing the way they playing, and guess who's helping them play that way? The person that they were going to trade him for,
but
Dragic balling.
But I don't think Miami is still, realistically, I don't think they're still a contender for the. So, I'm saying what you see now, because I think with Miami, people they still didn't know what they had. Let's see, because there was still other options too. But I'm saying I think Miami's still a candidate for they might.
I don't think they may make a trade, but not for Chris Paul.
Right. I think you mess up everything you're doing already. Like if you trade Chris Paul for Dragic, right? Gordon Dragic.
No, they're not going to take Dragic because he just is old. They're going to want. They want,
and it's gonna mess up everything.
They want Justice Winslow,
or they want Nunn, or Hero,
or Hero.
How long is Dragic's?
This is the last year of his contract.
But
what I'm saying 33,
is like
32.
But look, you got to look at it from OKC's standpoint. It's an expiring contract. If this is the last contract,
yeah, it is the last year.
You got to. All I'm saying is with OKC, from OKC standpoint, you got to look at. They're trying to. You're going to get nothing.
They're not going to trade for.
I understand what you're saying, but you got to look from Miami.
They're going to trade for a young player,
and you got to look at Miami's standpoint. Because if I take Chris Paul in, he got to start now.
I still think he's. We
but,
all.
But
you think he's a better.
If you start him, right? Who you gonna take? Who you gonna take out?
Dragic.
Dragic ain't starting. He come off the bench.
Yeah,
if OKC is going to trade Chris Paul, it's going to be for young players.
Because you're not going to trade Nunn.
You don't want to take Nunn out, or you don't want to take.
You don't want to take.
Who's the other kid that be playing for
Duncan Robinson?
You don't want to take out one of them dudes that's already like you got your rhythm. You got your. You got it. You know what I mean? The other day they started Nunn, Leonard, and OKC, Butler, Robinson, and Abadale.
I'll tell you this right now. They're going to want Bam Adebayo.
Yep.
Miami is not.
He's not going. He's going to be an all-star maybe this year.
But if it's one person that would do this and surprise everybody, it would be Pat Riley.
Now y'all can take Deion Waiters.
You can have him. Put him out on the curb.
Like we don't even want nothing back.
Just take him.
But no, I think Pat Riley is one that would make a trade. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that trade does them anything though.
Let's go for this championship.
Like I think it hurts them more than it helps them.
Because look, and I guess you got to think like this. Do you think that with this team they can build to a contender in the future, next 3 or 4 years, or is it like do we risk that? And that's why I said Pat Riley's probably the only person that.
I feel like what they may be missing is experience because they get at every level, right? What I'm saying, but I'm not necessarily from the point guard though, because Dragic has been there. He's able to do that. But I mean, from up and down, from backup to starter, like they have somebody at every position: power forward, small forward, center. Like it's somebody there to come in and relieve them and do it. I mean, experience as in this team going to the Eastern Conference Finals, losing and coming back the next year knowing how to play better. That's the type of experience I'm talking about.
Well, this is the last thing. You don't think that? Do you think it's possible that they say, okay, we'll let go of a draft pick to get because we're good. We have young players. That's why I said. Or does it take a 3-team trade?
It's going to be a 3-team, but I don't think they
to bring in Jimmy Butler. I'm sure they gave up some draft picks,
and not just that. I don't think that they might want to do anything with Chris Paul now.
Like,
but has he? What is it? Where has he took his team? Tell me where he took his team, because he gonna be the experience in the playoffs. Where has he took his team?
I don't put that all on Chris Paul.
I'm still asking you. He gonna come in and do what and take me more further than where I can go. I don't think he is.
Why not?
I don't because I don't see it no more. He's on the tail end of his career. He's 36. I don't think that he comes in and make that much of a difference for you for what you're already doing.
Well, he's making a difference. The fact that he's making a difference in OKC, and then what I'm saying is you got better players. You have a better coach right now. I love Doc, but Blake been hurt every year. You know how Blake does. Now, the thing is Chris Paul going to be hurt. That's why he ain't done nothing. But I'm saying with players like Jimmy, with the young players, you got a nice core. And this is probably the best core that Chris Paul has ever played with. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say
the Clippers
didn't have a good core. They had Blake, DeAndre, and Jamal Crawford. Like, I'm saying Miami got good players, young players, nice veteran players that play defense.
And to get it, you got to take something back.
And they got a clutch player.
And you got to take something back. You know what I mean? And I don't know if Chris Paul fits that right now. Because then he also got to bring the ball up. Now they take the ball out of who hand? Jimmy Butler's. It's Jimmy Butler team. I ain't got time for Chris Paul coming in here trying to say what? It's my team.
Everybody's daddy.
Yeah.
But you know Jimmy ain't having it.
Right, but then now that's more free. You know what I'm saying? That's messing up what's going on in Miami. What's going on in Miami is Jimmy Butler the star, and it's a whole bunch of dudes that's playing their role and hard defense.
David Ruffin and the Temptations.
Everybody except Deion Waiters.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be getting ready for the stop and segment. Keep it up.
Hey, what's good? It's your boy Nate Burles from the NFL Network and CBS. When the illest to do it. Hey, you listening to the 3-Point Conversion Radio. Don't you go anywhere. It's lit. It's lit.
You're tuned into WWE Peakville, AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Big ups to our Sports Lounge crew for keeping the airwaves blazing each and every Saturday. But I want to send another special shout out to our team of writers at the 3-Point Conversion. You can visit us at the3pointconversion.com. You can also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. How about the Gram? How about iHeart? How about Spreaker Radio? How about wherever you need it, baby? We got you covered. No mercy. Don't let up on him. Go hard on him, Mr. Controversy. Hit him with the stop it button.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. I want to thank everyone who is listening right now and everyone who's been supporting. We appreciate your support, and we ask you to continue to support us, but not only the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, but the 3-Point Conversion as a sports media company itself. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everyone who has wanting to be involved in this process, even as far as the Super Bowl process. We appreciate you all who have donated, helped out, did anything, share, whatever. We appreciate you. And now it is time for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment.
Stop it! 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 Stop it!
Yes, S-T-O-P, new word, I-T. Stop it!
Stop it! Get some help.
All right, this on you.
So my Stop It today is going to go to Jack McDowell. You guys don't know him. He's a former Cy Young Award winner. He used to play for the White Sox in 87, something like that. That's when he started. He started in 87, yeah, throughout the 90s. But everything going on with the, the cheating and all that, he pretty much said, hold my beer. You know what I mean? And, called them, said he going to be the whistleblower. He done brought Tony La Russa into it. Said it's been a camera in old Comiskey Park since the 80s. He like, man, Tony La Russa like, dude, what I got to do with this, fam? Yeah. And he say, what, he's still in the game making $500,000 a year? He say he tired of certain players getting in trouble and certain other players not getting in trouble. What baseball gonna do? Go back the last 30 years and look at all the tapes and see what's.
Well, it was no point in doing that, man.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Golly. My Stop It is going to Kyrie Irving. He said this week that this is right after he came back too, saying that it's pretty glaring that we need one or two more pieces to get us to that next level. Then he got mad when everybody questioned him, talking about it's not like I'm an a-hole yelling at everybody in the freaking locker room. Bro, you just got there. How you gonna tell me about we need pieces? How you know? You ain't played.
Stop it.
Come on, man. Chill out. Like, you can't come in and say that your first two games back. Like, bruh.
Well, I can say what I want to, because first off, this is my team.
Nah, it's not his. That's the point. It's not his team. Go ahead. That's KD's team.
Yeah, but KD ain't here. I got to take the leadership until KD comes.
What is
Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie's
team.
Yeah, but go ahead.
All right, my Stop It goes to former minor league baseball player Garrison Lassiter. He was a 27th round pick in the 2008 draft. And he sued the New York Yankees. He was drafted by the Yankees. He sued the Yankees for $34 million, claiming that Derek Jeter was afraid of the competition and worked to derail his career in the organization. And the Yankees went along with it to protect Jeter's reputation. So he sued the Yankees because he didn't make it, and he feels like they were just protecting Derek Jeter and keeping everyone else out.
Please give him 3 Stop-Its for that.
Stop it.
He needs to go to sleep. Get him some milk.
One more Stop It.
Stop it.
Lassiter, he put himself through law school. He played 5 years in the minor leagues. Of course, he didn't make it to the majors.
Because of Derek Jeter.
He put himself through law school, and he filed a lawsuit. It has been dismissed. But
I'm finna stop.
And one of his quotes when he wrote letters to other teams trying to get on the team. And he sent a letter to Texas Rangers general manager John Daniels, and he wrote, "I'll never play for the New York Yankees, a team that doesn't understand the importance of giving respect to the players that help the organization win. These are the facts, big dog." He wrote that in the letter to the general manager.
Helped them win what? What did he help them win? A major minor league championship?
He said the Yankees don't give respect to the players that help them win.
They did. You complain about one of them they give respect to.
And in 2008, they had just won the World Series,
right.
I think. So, or they were in the World Series at least.
Right.
So,
yeah, man. Whatever. That dude's tripping. All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
Give him some milk.
We'll be right back to talk AFC NFC Championship. Don't go anywhere.
Let me break down to y'all what's so dope about the three-point conversion. First of all, everybody is a fan of the game first. Second of all, everybody is a student of the game second. And third of all, we're the average sports fan just like everybody else. We're not coming in here, walking with our nose tipped high, acting snooty, acting brand new. This is a grassroots organization. Bar none. The three-point conversion, where fans' opinions matter. Be sure to visit the website www.the3pointconversion.com. Get your fix, get your articles, multimedia, and everything else that you, as a sports fan, need. So again, the3pointconversion.com. It's where it's at, man, where fans' opinions matter. Happy Saturday, sports fans. It's your boy Sherm, a.k.a. the Lord of the Beats, and you are currently inside the Three-Point Conversion Sports Lounge with my man's Mr. Controversy, D Intellectual, and of course my dog G behind the boards. Cheers to the freaking weekend.
All right, we are back in the lounge, Three-Point Conversion Lounge. Anybody's birthday? Any shout out? Nope. Martin Luther King. They celebrate his birthday on Monday. I think we just celebrated with Santia Deck and what she just went through. I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, big facts.
So,
I think I'm going to get back in the gym now.
Yeah.
See the big three having open tryouts, man.
For real.
I have to get out there.
I could do a step back and shoot a three real quick.
Well, the key to that first is they paying half court.
That's the big key. Right.
That's key.
But, all right, man. So, a team that plays like they're just playing half court, Tennessee Titans, bro. Like, you can't. They've been running all over everyone. And it just seemed like the crazy part is, I didn't see it with New England, but every team they played is not good stopping the run. Just as the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's how Kansas City lost to them in what, week 10? He ran for 722 yards.
Yeah, that was week 10.
Tennessee beat them?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and what recipe did they follow? Run the ball.
So, can the Titans beat the Chiefs just by running the ball now? Like, in this thing they can?
Yes. Because it's also about controlling the clock, and they got that good defense. What they got to be worried about is like Ty Hill, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. But if you can keep them off the field, like, come on, man, let's say they get the ball and score, and Kansas City don't get the ball until the second quarter. Or 3 minutes left in the second. You know what I mean? Like that's how they running the ball. You know what I mean?
Right. Like if they run the ball, like their first drive, they get an 8 or 9 play, 75-yard drive to take 9 minutes off the clock. That'd be like
that's what I'm talking about.
But if Kansas City's like, you know what, we're just not going to tackle Derrick Henry today.
Right.
They're just going to let him score so we can get the ball back.
Yep. And then we go get the ball back and we go score in 20 seconds.
We just wait till they
3 minutes. 4 passes for 20 yards apiece.
So do you believe that they can beat them just by running the ball? And when I say just by running the ball, we know they have to run the ball, but I'm saying
okay, look, the first game Tannehill threw for 72 yards.
Yep.
Against the Ravens, he threw for 88 yards.
Oh, I thought he threw for 12 yards. But go ahead. Yeah.
It felt like 12.
Right.
I didn't even see him throw. Every time I looked up, Derrick Henry was running somebody. That's what for them to actually to throw, only throw, because those were some great throws. That's why
I felt like he's going to throw for like 94 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
But he has to make I don't know how. It's hard to say that the Titans will get away with that for a third week in a row.
But who thought last week? And I think what happened was, right, they came out and threw those touchdowns. That softened them up like, okay, hold on. We thought they were just going to run. And then now they start running after they thinking, because they scored them touchdowns off of passes.
Wait, the first touchdown pass, what was it, screenplay or something?
No, it was a beautiful right outside the touchdown in the back. Didn't dude barely catch it? It was like a great pass.
But it was at the goal line, though, right? It was like
a 20-something
yeah.
Right. But and that's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying, so how they've been doing it, they've been running the ball. They run the ball, pound you, and then they hit you with that pass. So do you think that still will work, or do they have to? I mean, even with that last week, it's not that they ran and set that up like that. Like he made most of his passes in them first two drives, right? And then they kind of went to run it. It's like they were up 14 and was like, you know what? Now we're gonna hand the ball off. I just think it can work. I think they've already shown that it can work to beat the Chiefs. What are we worried? What is the Chiefs' biggest problem? Which it's been better the last few weeks, and Suggs make one big play here or there to kind of do something. But I mean, we're gonna see. This is gonna be a good Sunday. Yeah. Now, here's the thing though. They're not playing the Baltimore Ravens who run the ball. Their offense is explosive, but they run the ball. They're not passing. They're not playing New England Patriots who can't throw it past 5 yards because the wide receivers can't get open. You're playing a fast break type team. It's basically like you're playing the St. Louis Rams of the 2000 or 99, whatever. So that's why that's why I asked the question if it's just going to be running alone. And I know it takes them off the field, right? But if Kansas City is scoring, do you feel the pressure of now mixing it up?
If they're scoring, I think that they proved in week 10 that we can hang with them if we play our game.
Yeah, I think you still play your game. So is it imperative for the Chiefs to get a fast start?
Yeah.
I think they have to set the tone. It's important for them to set the tone for the game and make Tennessee as one-dimensional as possible, meaning putting the ball in Ryan Tannehill's hands, because if the Titans are able to control the clock, then that plays to their advantage, that they're not putting the ball in Tannehill's hands.
And you're right by setting the tone, and one of the ways to set the tone is is trying to hit Derrick Henry. Like, and I'm not saying so they compared him. I think he's the same size as a linebacker. Like a linebacker or a tight end, like with the speed, the size they are and the speed they can run. I think it's 3 or 4 people that to tight end or linebacker and somebody else that can run has the same size he is. So you're not just going to hit him, right? Like that's not going to happen. I think we can understand that. But I think you go out and set a message with him like, man, we all in on you. But people been putting 8 in the box on them, haven't they? And it just ain't worked.
No, you can't. It's getting better with rhythm.
Because they offensive line know what to do too. That's another key part. The offensive line are making those holes that he's able to bust through and get to.
But also on the other side of that, though, and I heard someone point this out, the Titans have played 2 teams that don't have good wide receivers.
That's why I just said you're not playing the Patriots who can't throw past 5 yards. Then you're not playing Baltimore where they're not.
They do have someone who could take the top off the defense and someone,
So and that's why I asked, is it imperative for Chiefs to get a fast start?
Yeah, I think it is. If they need to score, if they get the ball first, they need to go down and score to set the tone, because it'll put the Titans didn't really have that much pressure on them offensively as far as like, okay, we got to do this.
Right.
They were just able to run their offense, and if it's going to be running the ball, then that's what they did. But if they are playing from behind, they played with a 1-point lead against the Patriots, but it might as well have been like a 10-point lead because the Patriots couldn't do anything. They had to run trick plays to get in the end zone.
And then they up 14-0 on Baltimore.
Yeah.
And then it's not.
Yeah.
You're not playing.
It was 28-6.
You're not playing Houston.
Run the ball.
You're not playing Houston again, where you're dealing with. We can be down by 39.
I don't think they expected that from anybody.
Right, but I'm saying you can't be down by 14 with a team like, even though we know Kansas City can spark at any time, but like we just talked about, you don't want them to start running the ball.
I'm firing. Y'all hear me? I had to get loud. I'm firing. What's his name? Bill O'Brien? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The Texans? Yeah,
I would have fired. I would have at least fired both special teams coaches. The Chiefs special teams coach too. Like there was just blunder after blunder.
Like, Bill O'Brien got to go, man. Like you don't go for it on 4th and 1 and on your 20, and then on 4th and 4 you go for a fake punt
fake punt that they saw coming.
And the dude who caught the ball he's not even on offense. He don't know how to make a juke move or you know what I mean, or try to get up out of there. He ain't even make a play. He thought he was going to outrun dude to the line.
So, that late game, you got the Packers and the 49ers. What do the Packers have to do not to have the same results they had last time they faced 49ers?
I think they need to start off faster because I think that's what kind of happened with them. Like, everything started piling up, right? Like, they got behind, then it just started piling up. I think that they need to score on their first drive and get everything going.
I know they got to get a running game. You can't, and it's going to be hard to get a running game on San Fran, but that was a problem in the last game. They didn't get a running game. If you don't get a running game, you get one-dimensional against Bosa and all them jokers.
And Sherman, because that's shutting down half of the field.
And can we say that Sherman still is maybe top 3 cornerback in the league?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
And
he's done it in a way that people thought he couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Seattle, they played a zone. He stayed on that one side of the field. But with the 49ers, he is covering their best receiver a majority of the time. He probably has to because whoever is on the other side, 49ers fans are like, who is this guy? Get him off the field.
Yeah. Right.
So he's done it in a different way. But
they got to run the ball though. They have to find a running game because that to me the Packers are best when they're balanced. And if you can't get Aaron Jones going, that's why the Minnesota Vikings lost the way they lost because they started out all right, but they didn't have a running game, so it became one-dimensional.
I think there does have to be balance for the Packers because if they have to keep throwing and throwing, then the 49ers defense is going to just, peel their ears back and come at Aaron Rodgers all day. Mm-hmm. And if you looked at that first matchup, you're watching on Facebook Live, you're seeing that matchup from this season. They just it was
10 off.
Yeah, they were coming at him. I don't know how many times they hit him, but they hit him a lot,
and that's what changed. Like he got.
They really couldn't get anything going until I think that was a garbage time touchdown that they scored.
And it was just rushing 4 too, wasn't it?
Right.
Like it was just the front 4.
So now, do the inexperience for the 49ers become a factor?
For me, I don't think it does. So they got a Sherman who is experienced, very experienced. Garoppolo hasn't done it in a game, but he's been around a winning organization. You know what I mean? And the Pats. You get some inexperience from maybe Bosa. Because they got D4. Didn't D4 play?
You said experience from Bosa. Inexperience.
Inexperience from Bosa.
Bosa.
D4 is expected to play.
He's expected to play, and he has some experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't think they're as inexperienced as it looks.
We're going to see kind of see more if Kyle Shanahan learned anything from that Super Bowl.
Right.
Because if they get out and to a big lead, they don't have to run the ball to kill the clock, but at least have some kind of balance to keep the clock moving, keep Aaron Rodgers off the field.
Right.
So if it gets to that point, will they be able to actually do that, or are they just going to we're going to do what we've been doing? Right. And that's what got you in trouble in that Super Bowl.
Which is playing not to lose. Like you can't, once you get up or whatever, you can't play not to lose. You know what I mean? Especially against Aaron Rodgers. And did I say again? I don't like the Pack, and I hope that they lose by 40.
I just think that inexperienced, man. I think you name 4 guys, but when I'm saying experience, like it's not like basketball where basketball, if you got 2 or 3 guys experience, that'll help you out. You're not as inexperienced. But with football, most of your star players are inexperienced. And even if you've been there, but you still hadn't, like Garoppolo, he hadn't played. You know what I'm saying? So it's
okay. In the game where the 49ers won 37-8, Rodgers was sacked 5 times. He was hit 10 times. So, and they held him to 104 yards passing.
And Emmanuel Sanders
so they
has
came after him
too. And when you do that flip, who on Green Bay has experience outside of
who experience in doing
outside
what?
Of Rodgers?
What does Emmanuel Sanders have experience in?
He been to the playoffs.
He was on that Super Bowl team with Denver.
Did he play?
Yeah.
He was an integral part of that team.
No, he wasn't.
He might have been their best receiver.
He was right. Him and Demaryius.
He didn't
Thomas.
score in that game because the quarterback was Peyton Manning, who had a noodle for an arm by that point.
Did he break out there? He had broke out at that point. I can't remember if he was just.
I think he had a better year than Thomas that year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay, so he played, but who was throwing him the ball?
It was noodle arm Peyton Manning.
My point, but
2 years before, Manning was the MVP.
Look, he was just running. He was just running the ball. Like he was just running routes.
No, not at that point. At that point, it was the back end of Peyton Manning.
I was just messing with you, dog.
But I want to know who on Green Bay got the experience outside of Rodgers.
That's a good point.
Because the coach is actually behind Kyle Shanahan.
The lineman. The big part was the quarterback. The fact that you got a quarterback that can gather the offense. And when I speak of inexperience, I think about Garoppolo hadn't played in the, so I think that. But you're right, they're just as young.
Mm-hmm.
They do have the safety there that's been to the Super Bowl with them, but they're just as young. I mean, I don't even think Devontae Adams been to the playoffs.
He's been to the playoffs, but they haven't
That's before
done anything.
So you're right. So picks, who you have? Who do you think is going to win?
The Chiefs and the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs and the 49ers.
Look, the Chiefs better.
Or, hey, maybe I should pick the Packers so I don't have to go to Miami anymore.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm not talking to them.
Yeah, but no, the 49ers, I mean, the Chiefs has to win because it don't make no sense for it to be 4 black quarterbacks.
None of them.
Bruh.
Mahomes is our only hope.
It was 4 quarterbacks.
Great black hope.
It was 4 quarterbacks out of 6.
And we was just saying last week, we got to be in there.
That was my what's on my mind.
We got to be in there. Man, P Mahomes.
So you doing?
Come on, my homeboy.
Hey, so do you know what's going to be on my mind this week? You're going to see. No,
but hey, look, if Tannehill makes it, rigged.
Man,
no,
rigged.
I know, right? But
rigged.
No, but if they make it, like we were talking,
you gotta put Andy Reid in the Super Bowl now. Like you have to, right?
But I was
like even the powers that be with the NFL,
I was
right?
Say though, if it's one team, honestly, the way Tennessee's playing, man, I don't mind them. Like the way
I would love to see them win, right? Like they're a hard nosed, underestimated team, old school team. Nobody really had no faith in them, and all they doing is doing it the right way,
playing the right way.
Nobody's bigger than nobody else.
And I'm a big fan.
It was petty last week of what they did when they did with Mark Ingram and
but I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
I think he outcoached Belichick too.
He outcoached everybody he's played against so far. He definitely outcoached Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's outcoached Belichick.
You saying that because he's Belichick, but he outcoached Harbaugh.
I think
I'm saying
it was
Belichick
a bad matchup. It was a bad matchup.
Belichick had no. They don't have
had
anybody.
no answers.
I know.
Yeah. So that's why I don't think
I say outcoached him because he used that old move on him. How long he let that clock run and get them 3 penalties.
Right. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
Yo, you chilling with the 3-point conversion sports line. It's Chad Johnson.
We are back. I'm just saying, G, you petty. So why you decide to play Chad Johnson or Odell Beckham? We about to talk about Odell Beckham.
Why not?
See, petty.
I don't see the problem.
No, but we know Chad ain't like that. Chad wouldn't do nothing crazy like that. He's never been that type. Chad is always cool and have fun. But again, D Intellectual's cousin, Odell Beckham, this guy went, I don't know. He was on one. You know, he didn't do anything wrong in a sense, but he was just on one that night. You know, I don't know if y'all on Facebook Live, y'all see him passing out the loot, the money, smacking the cop on his butt, acting crazy. Then he grabbed the bullhorn and was yelling on the bullhorn like you knew he was drunk then. The way he wasn't even yelling anything. I don't know what he was doing. And the security guard was pointing like, please get him. You know, so, but a warrant for his arrest was issued after that locker room incident. D, I guess I want to ask you, bro, do you think he deserved that warrant? Like, was it?
Yes, because I don't know what alternative universe he live in. I don't know what alternative universe he live in where he think a black man can touch a police officer. I know he think he was playing and joking. Even if I'm playing, you as a black man, are you playing with a police officer like that?
Why would I put myself at risk in that way? Even if this is just security guard or police, or if he's a police officer, whatever his position is, why would I put myself
in that position
at risk?
And I see what he was trying to do, because I guess the kid was probably drinking something. Looked like he's probably celebrating champagne. Right. Dude probably saying, "Are you 21?" Well, I know who you are, so excuse me. So you aren't 21, and blase. He trying to hit him to get his
his attention.
And then after it got more into it, he just gonna start dancing. You saw that part, G? Like, if you start dancing, I'm gonna forget what you said.
Right. But I mean, and the thing is, like, and we talked about this off air, and D was saying you don't know what the cop said to him because his back was turned. But just looking at everything, it didn't look like the cop tripped. Like, the cop was like,
"I don't buy it,"
and let it go. He didn't.
He looked like he was trying to explain himself to me.
No, he didn't even move it. Like, after he did
I'm talking about Odell was saying something, and the cop was saying something. They went back and they kind of said, like,
right. But it looked like cop, he was still playing around, whatever. And then the cop, at the last interview, the cop just turned around and went, like, kind of looked the other way, like.
See, my point in it is that the cop had to be like that type of cop, and I don't mean like the type of cop that would take it another level, because for him to even say something to the guy that was having the drink, if that's what he was doing, that's what started everything. So he had to be like that kind of cop.
Okay, but so you're going by, better. I get that, but just in. What did it warrant arrest?
I know it didn't. Of course it didn't.
But like you said, you know better.
Exactly.
You're Odell Beckham.
Exactly. That's the number. First, you're black. Then two, you're Odell Beckham. Like, dude. And
y'all watching on Facebook Live, this is when it all happened.
and enough. You know, I can give him the benefit of the doubt. He don't get in trouble. He don't really do anything. So it's not one of those type of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not that guy. And that's not usually him doing anything like that.
Right, but it's just, you know, like, dude.
See, the cop you look at him, the cop after Odell started, he looked away and was like just doing what he normally do.
But look, the cop in the national championship winners room, like moving, like, dude, gone. And if he's doing that, you got to see he's saying something to him.
And he turned around and was like, whatever, like, that's Odell being Odell. But I'm just saying, regardless, I don't even think it can. Honestly, I don't think, because it didn't say the cop pressed charges.
It don't say who pressed charges.
Right,
it just says it's a warrant.
I think when the video came out, of course.
But the cop wouldn't press charges. All he got to do is go say, well, this is what happened, blase skippity.
Right. Or they see the video. When they saw the video, yeah, it just look at him.
He was all over the place. He was doing too much. And I get winning because he didn't win. He hasn't won much. So he's celebrating whatever the case may be, but he needs to fall back.
Do you think he'll get in trouble with the league?
No, because I don't think it's going to turn out to be. The league will look at this and be like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean?
You know, Odell's never been in trouble.
And he's not, nothing's going to happen. He's going to get, a misdemeanor warrant? They're going to squash it down for him to do 100 hours of community service or something like that?
It nothing might not happen after he turn himself in or whatever, but.
It's going to be, right. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying? Some type of paperwork or something unnecessary, which he didn't have to do.
First of all, it was bogus how Joe Burrow was like.
That's who I actually. That's who I was gonna give my stop it to. I knew that's what I was gonna give my stop it for.
Give it to him.
Yeah, give him to stop it, man. Like,
that was some G type stuff, though.
First off,
stop it. Hey,
did nobody even know it wasn't real money? So you could have just went with, that was fake. And now all this behind the scenes
he's
stuff.
Young, so he don't know. But it was funny.
He's not young. He's 29.
his stance was, hey, I'm straight.
That's his stance. But how many people got to come back next year?
What, 2? Because everybody and mama declared for the NFL. Do they have a team? Do they have a team left?
I mean,
they got
really.
like 12 guys left.
Right, about 35 people declared for the NFL.
That's what somebody was saying. There's only about 2 people who got to get the money back. Really,
everybody declared for the NFL. Like that.
That's how you do it, though. You come off a season like that. I'm going to the NFL off this season.
Even coaches. Even offensive coaches, wide receiver coaches, all of them declared for the NFL.
And like we were saying, the bigger issue isn't, OBJ giving them money, right? Mm-hmm. The bigger issue is that Coach O got a $150,000 bonus for winning that game. The bigger issue is that Dabo got a couple $100,000 just for going to the game. And the bigger issue is that the players don't get nothing.
Right.
They get a swag bag.
Man, look, you better take that swag bag. Matter of fact, I'm finna sell my ring. Because that's what, if it get to that, you got to think about it. If it get to that, some of them might be doing just that. Selling their national championship ring.
Yeah, it was crazy. It brings that back, which we'll have this conversation.
Until they pay. Run my count. Run these shorties count, man.
All right. Before we go, I know this is petty, but what you think he was drinking on? that type of
knowing his OBJ
and that type of action.
It was something mixed because I'm sure he don't do straight drinks. It probably a what's this drink? A pink panties, something like that. Probably some
fuzzy
cute
navel.
Drink. Yeah, some sex on the beach, some cute drink.
Cosmopolitan,
right?
Appletini.
Nah, that won't get him like that.
Yes, it will.
I think he was drinking some white liquor. Because you know how. You be talking loud and somebody
most of the stuff we just named was like liquor, but everybody react differently off of it. Yeah. He wasn't drinking nothing straight.
He probably mixed dark hand like.
He wasn't drinking nothing straight.
I don't know about that. I don't even drink like that.
It was a mixed cocktail cooler type of drink.
It might have been wine coolers,
right? Who knows? Or straight champagne, because champagne will get you like a bubbly drunk that ain't even cool.
Nah, he was on something before he was on some during the game. He was. Gone. All right, man. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
What's good, family? I'm Marlon Sucker Free Jones, a Sucker Free Life LLC, and I'm locked in every Saturday to the best sports show on the planet, the 3-Point Conversion, with no team, but no player is off limits. So let's talk sports, the best of the best, the worst of the worst, and everything in between. Can you dig that?
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports,
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
entertainment,
Are you not entertained?
and other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the Real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cat Williams, and you are listening to 3 Point Conversion Radio.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, New Orleans, man, he was having a ball.
All right, we are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Charges may be dropped.
You just read that? See?
Won't be charged for slapping security guards' butt. But why you stop slapping people on their butt, man? Like, What was you thinking? Was he sitting there pondering, like, what would happen if I slapped this security guard on his butt?
Right. Yep. All right, man. We're going to hand it over to G. It's time for Is This Really Happening? He could have used about 5 things that we talked about today. Go ahead, G.
There was a lot of things that happened today. This one isn't necessarily sports related, but I thought it was pretty bizarre. Basically, it may confirm anyone who has a conspiracy about anything the government does to people.
Hey, don't be getting us in trouble. No, but go ahead.
So
this is G on talking right now, okay? No, but go ahead.
Anywho, so there was this project that the CIA may have run in 1954 that consisted of CIA-run safe houses in San Francisco and New York City, and it was established in order to study the effects of LSD on unconsenting people. So the CIA had to pay someone to kind of lure people to these safe houses to give them LSD and see what the effects were. So the CIA hired prostitutes in these cities
that'll always work
to lure people back to these safe houses, give them LSD. Which had a wide range. I didn't know there were different flavors or varieties of it. And then they were monitored behind a one-way glass mirror. You know how you see watch Law and Order, people in the interrogation room, you see what looks like a mirror, but on the other side, other detectives are watching. So they were being monitored that way. This was all, of course, illegal. And
so wait, did this really happen or?
Yes, this really happened.
Okay.
This really happened. But it was seen as illegal, and but a lot of operational techniques that the CIA had came from doing stuff like this, into researching sexual blackmail, surveillance technology, and the use of mind-altering drugs in field operations. It was called Operation Midnight Climax.
Wow. And they hired prostitutes, too.
Yeah. Then they expanded on this and began dosing people in restaurants, bars, and beaches. And they scaled back in 1963 folling a report.
Wait. It started in 1954, right?
Yeah.
So they
9 years.
Golly.
I know I don't wake up some places and I was trying to figure out how I got home. That was the CIA. That was the CIA. That was the CIA, bro.
And then it was recommended by the CIA inspector to close the facility And then they closed the safe houses in 1965 in San Francisco, and then in New York City in 1966.
So the safe houses are still there. Just so we're clear about that, they're
Non-operational.
still there.
Non-operational.
Right.
I believe that. I don't look.
I mean, you said it was true,
Right. I mean, I'm saying like some people be like, "Oh, I don't believe this conspiracy." No, man. No, dog. No.
So
the CIA. Yeah.
So be careful. You know, I don't know if they're probably trying to find other ways. They're not using LSD anymore. See, that was the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're using
crocodile.
What is crocodile?
White vans.
Like, it's ridiculous. White vans, Mr. Controversial say.
Yeah, if you go to the grocery store or whatever, and you know, park. If you see a white van, it could be a minivan.
Don't even get close to it.
Stay away from that.
Hey, but
I seen this meme. This dude said, "Man, y'all better get y'all auntie and the deacon ladies almost lit this white van up thinking."
But you know, coming from the hood, you already know in Chicago, anywhere. I was brought up. You see a white van, unmarked white van. That was already like, I don't trust.
Yeah, because a homie the clown back in the day used to be hopping out the white van, hitting people in the head with bricks and sock. Not just that, any kind of van ride up close to me. What's up? Like, you too close to me. Right. Like, no, fam, no, head on a swivel, always on point. You can't get me.
Church vans are dark gray, and they're gonna have something on there. The letters might be coming off, like be missing, but it's gonna have a phone number and the name of the church,
and address, name of the pastor.
Yep.
Like my mother was packing up her stuff at some place, and she called me. She's like, "This guy just walking around." I was like, "Well, he must not know who he about to grab, because if he grab you, he go lose an eye or something. he go be out the game."
Yeah, man, it's sad, man. Watch your daughters, young lady. Watch yourself. Even the young boys, they grabbing boys. No, that's crazy, man. Some sick people out here. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back.
Hey folks, just a quick reminder that no matter the time of the day and no matter what day of the week, East Coast, West Coast, all points in between, we are always on. So go to your app store and download the Real 1100 app and listen wherever and whenever.
The Real. It's time to get in the mind of Mr. Controversy and the Intellectual with What's on My Mind.
You're back inside a 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And yeah, you're right. They're saying it slapped the cop, not seeking charges for OBJ. So I don't think it was him. I wonder if that was true with the warrant arrest. You know what I'm saying? It like I said, it didn't look like it, whatever. So, all right. What's on my mind is what we like to get stuff off our chest, talk about things is we don't like, we like, or just thinking about what have you. So let me tell you what's on my mind. It's not one of those deep, spiritual, what's on my mind type things. Just some stuff. This is what it's for, we were talking, shout out to Drew at Seneca's Barbershop, of course, Dwayne Chambers and Brother Will, and we were talking about the Odell situation, and just how the type of era we in, and we were talking about how this era now, like with the situation with Odell, that's not him. He doesn't normally get in trouble outside of the field. You know that one incident where they saw a crack or whatever, they saw some dope or whatever it was, like cocaine, I don't know what it was. And he was eating pizza and the old girl, the lady was right there and the dude was filming. I think that was bad judgment on the guy who was filming and whatever. He wasn't doing it. But that's probably like the only thing. But Odell had a bad year. You didn't hear a lot from him in the NFL. You heard media talking about it. He went out, but he never came out and said that. He didn't really complain or I'm tired, I need the ball. He didn't do none of that. So it was like it was his chance to say, you know what? I want to get shine. You know what I'm saying? This is perfect opportunity. Let me get shine. Let me get in the news. I think that liquor and alcohol, whatever he was on, took him overboard. But that's why he was giving the kids money. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That was just in his mind and whatever. Not making an excuse, but that probably was it. And the reason why I say it is because now you have kids that worry about their status on social media. And not even just their status on social media, but just their status overall. These athletes, then more of wanting to be respected. Now, cats before the game check their Instagram check their Instagram. Nothing wrong with that because that's the era we in. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what NBA player said. I can't remember. But an NBA player came out and said that it was JJ Redick, I think, and said that now players are they're worried about their social media fit the pregame social media fit than if they win or lose. That's just the era we in. Look at how now, like even with LeBron, I'll say LeBron. LeBron, remember I asked him the question and he basically shut me down, my question, whatever. We got a chance to rap after it with like one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. And he told me why and everything. But it's certain stuff that he has to look out for because of social media, because of his status. That can ruin his status. It's all about status right now. And again, not just social media, but how you're looked at. You know what I'm saying? Not more so we respect you or not, but it can cause me to lose value in who I am because people look at me in a bad way. And to me, it's the era we in. It's messed up. It's jacked up. It ain't like the old days where just, you want to be respected. You worried about your teammates, and that was it. You didn't care about if the camera was on you and all of that. But now you're an athlete. Most of the athletes now are in we're talking sports here, but if you're a star or whatever, your persona matters. So you have to be, I guess, in a limelight some type of way just to keep your value up, which I think is crazy. But it's times we live in, man. That's what's on my mind.
Yeah, I mean, social media run everything, bro. But again, I think he should have just not touched him. So what's on my mind today is I don't know if you guys know who Drew Pearson is. He's a football player played for the Dallas Cowboys, won the Super Bowl. I think it was I forget which one it was. Super Bowl 12.
12 AD.
It's 78. That would have been what, 12?
BC.
X and 1 is 12, right? Super Bowl 12. Yeah. Well, anyway, the reason I'm talking about him because I saw this video of him just distraught because he hasn't made the Hall of Fame. He's tried to go for it a few times. I mean, actually, numerous times he's been retired. But they won't put him in. Just a couple of his career highlights. He's a Super Bowl champion, 3-time Pro Bowl, 3-time first-team All-Pro, 3 times, second-team All-Pro 1 time, and 1970s All-Decade team. He's a receiving yards leader in 77. He's in Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor. Almost everybody that has made the All-Decade team is in the Hall of Fame. Him along with Dorsett and Tony Hill, they became the first team in NFL history to have 2,000-yard receivers and 1,000-yard back. He just put up numbers. He did what he needed to do. And for whatever reason, they just would not allow him to get into the Super Bowl. He actually was known as Mr. Clutch because he did the Hail Mary from Staubach that kind of was the first Hail Mary play. And if you've ever seen that play, when he got it, he walked in the end zone pretty much like after catching the ball because the other two dudes kind of fell and whatever the case may be. And, you know, he was pretty clutch, man. And it's just sad to see someone to put everything in everything that they can do. He left it all on the field. And he just can't get in. And it was sad because he was like, I can't run no more routes. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know what I mean? But it's the same NFL that, for whatever reason, didn't have Terrell Owens as one of the best wide receivers. You know, so, I mean, I guess Drew Pearson, you'll get your day. If not, you definitely should be in the Hall. And that's what's on my mind.
Yeah, just quick to say, it's sad because it happened to Jerry Kramer. You know, for the Packers.
Yeah.
And he talked about that, how he was through with them. And they finally let him in, was it last year?
Is he alive?
Yeah, he alive. Last year, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh, he was Packers.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. And he's like, but he's like 80-something. You know what I'm saying?
He was on those teams in the 60s.
Well, if
he
he
won championships.
Well, if he was a Redskin, I would be voting for him to get in the Hall instead of the Packers.
Now look who's being petty.
Right. But they do that. That's saying, and I think he wanted it because he thought the committee was going to, you know, with the 100 years. So, but oh well. But if you hear this music, you already know what it means. It means it's time to let you go. But before we let you go, we have a couple of shout-outs. Stay tuned because you might be one of them. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Almighty God for giving me this platform. Do what I do, say what I say. To man, just to be me, man, to make people upset, mad, happy, want to give me the stop it button. Appreciate you, God. And then I will say that, you know, I feel sorry for Drew Pearson, but I really do think if he'd have played on a team managed by Jerry Jones, he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Raphael.
That's why he's not on there, because Jerry Jones getting all his players.
So, yeah, you know. So, anyway, I want to thank our guest, Santia Deck, for coming on. Appreciate her for coming on, man, and wish her much success in her career. Also, I want to thank Sharon, man, for sending his beats and all of that, doing what he does. I want to thank my engineer, G, and my road dog, The Intellectual. I said my road dog, The Intellectual.
What up, man? I just want to thank everybody for always listening. We definitely had a great show today. Friends, family, appreciate y'all for always listening, checking us out wherever we at. Facebook, Instagram, wherever we go, y'all always a part of it. And thanks for always listening to us.
I want to thank my family, my beautiful wife, lovely children. I want to thank my cousins, aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, brothers and sisters, grandparents. I want to thank my play cousins as well. Make sure you love everyone. Let everybody know that you love them while they're still alive. Love on them. Have a great weekend. Watch some sports. Watch these games. Big game tonight. Houston and not Houston. Is it Houston and Lakers, right?
Yep.
Houston and Lakers.
ABC, isn't it?
ABC tonight. Hawks play Detroit tonight. Georgia Tech is playing, I think, Notre Dame tonight. So it's a lot of stuff going on, man. Eat good.
Clippers and the Pelicans at 3:30.
Yep. And until then, same time, same show, same crazy host, same sports nonsense next week. Will you miss me? I'm out. Peace. You just got done listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts at the 3-Point Conversion. And also make sure you check out our website, the3pointconversion.com. Be sure to follow us live and listen every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Stop it.
How dare you?